In my never-ending quest to continue to bring you guys more content and better content and improve on the content on the channel, I'm actually redoing this video for like the third time, but you guys have only seen two versions of it, so I killed the other one. It's no longer uploaded. But what we're doing here is we're going over the top ways that you can acquire gems inside of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Hope you guys enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new, of course, for more content. And I'm going to go over all the ways. The reason I'm redoing is because there were two minor kind of ways that I forgot in the initial video, and I just wanted to make it all concise in one place for you guys. Now, of course, the most consistent ways to get gems by playing this game are via leveling up the characters. Of course, they go all the way up to level 40. Every now and then they offer gems as a reward, 200 here, 250 there, so on and so forth. There is a huge cast of characters that's only going to continue to expand as they include more characters in the game and you unlock more characters. Also, they have Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters and Yu-Gi-Oh! GX as available series with characters that you can choose and level up from. And some of the characters are locked behind events. For example, Yugi is one of them. You have to wait for Yugi's event to come back if you don't own him. Same with Yami Merrick, Yami Bakura, Paradox Brothers, Pegasus, and Mokuba is available right now through the bingo sheet. So keep that in mind. All the characters go up to level 40. They all offer different rewards, from skills to cards to gold to gems. So keep that in mind. Now, on top of that, aside from that, I like this little icon spinning in the top left. I've never seen that. I just noticed that for the first time because it swapped me over to the regular Yu-Gi-Oh! World as opposed to the GX world I was just in when I switched to Mokuba. Now, aside from that, this is the other most consistent way. This area goes up to stage 60. I don't know what stage the GX area goes up to, but of course, by completing stage rewards and missions here, you can acquire a lot of gems here. As you see, if I do this one right here, I'll be able to get 150, then move on to stage 56, and then of course there should be some there as well. And then they have weekly goals for PvP and so on and so forth. By playing, you'll get 5, 5, 10, as you see here, by completing all the weekly missions. And then on top of that, by leveling up your characters and logging into a certain milestone. So 300 days will give me 25 gems, nothing crazy. Play a total of 10,000 duels. There's a bunch of different little milestones you can get through, like playing this card so many times, or summoning this card, or destroying that, or whatever, right? So there are different milestones you can get to. And then of course having the characters reach a certain level. See, they want me to get Chaz to level 10, they want me to get some of the other guys to level 30, so on and so forth. That's another way. Here's another way to get gems really quickly and easily, but you only can do it like a couple times a day, maybe 3 times a day on each area. Now, this happens in this world and the GX world. It's the exact same thing, exact same location. You can click on the fountain. Every now and then you'll get a rainbow, and it will reward you 1 to 3, possibly 5, 1 to 3 gems that way. Aside from that, you can click on this, and those will turn green. It'll do the same thing. You can click right here. Of course, I'm not getting any of them right now. And it'll have a little present in the balloons, and it'll give you, once again, the 1 to 3, possibly 5. And then you can click here, you'll get a pot of greed or a rescue cat. Okay, no, I didn't get any of them. So in the other world, it's funny because you get the Ojamas, and it's Ojama Black pops up, and it's pretty funny. So you can do that, and once again, 1 to 3, possibly 5 gems you can get there. Sorry if that's kind of cringy. Another way to get about 5 is by simply clicking this. This should work because I have not done it. If you click on the little bot here, it'll show you a duel replay, a random duel replay from somebody else that was playing in a similar rank to yours, possibly all the way up to King of Games, depending on where you're at. And I don't even want to say that because I don't know if it matters where you're at, just to be fair. So one thing about this is you can sit here and watch the duel if you want to. Maybe you want to take notes or something like that. Like, for example, this guy's running an interesting deck. He has to restart, apparently. So you can go ahead and just immediately exit, though. You can quit the replay, and you'll instantly, upon leaving, get your 5 right there. That's once a day, though, so keep that in mind. Now, on top of that, another way you can get gems pretty consistently, along with other rewards, is by doing the duel school. Now, the duel school isn't something that I particularly really got into. I have a lot of requirements I can complete, but as you see here, you can play with different structure decks and different types of builds that they put into the game. And from there, you can kind of get a feel for the cards. And this is cool because it allows you to kind of discern if you want to summon on some of these packs or open some of these new booster boxes that they add. And you can choose which decks you want, and then you get 30 here. So also there are other ones you can do, like dual quiz levels, and in between here, they do have, once again, other ones you can get. I've done a few of them. I haven't done most of them. I'm just kind of too lazy for that, and you know, I don't really too much care to. But this tour bus guide, she does come back every so often, and she'll be right about here, and she'll be able to offer you gems. Not really gems in particular, but she'll be able to offer you dual stages is what I meant to say. And sometimes they have gems as a reward. Most of the time it's like a card or something like that. So she was just here like a couple weeks ago. She offered Darkfire Soldier, I believe it was, and a couple other things. So keep that in mind too. Now also another way is by whatever requisite event is live. So a lot of times they have events that are live, and I don't have it right now. The bingo sheet is gone because I unlocked Mokuba. But if you slide through this and you haven't unlocked Mokuba yet, you will see that through the different rows you can get gems as a requisite reward. Now, previous to that, right before the GX release, they had the DD Tower event. Now, playing through this could get you these little mission points that you can use to get all this stuff here. That's fine, but simply leveling up in the event itself did give you gems. And the cool thing about this game that, for example, other games may or may not implement, like Dokkan does not do it, whenever events roll back around, your set, like, it resets all the way down to the bottom, so you can play all the way through the event again and get all the rewards again. Okay, so if you need to get the gems, you can play through the event from beginning to end, get the gems again. Then when it comes back in like a month or two, you can do it again and again and again, and so on and so forth. That's a cool thing about this game, is that they reset that type of thing. Now, another way that you can get gems is by dueling legendary duelists. For example, Odeon here is a legendary duelist. Any character that's actually from the series and not like a rando in Duel World, if you duel them, they do have requisite duel rewards, and that's fine. But if you get a high enough duel assessment score, which will probably be my next tips video on how to get more duel assessment, if you get high enough, they can drop the kind of like rainbow colored treasure chest that can offer 1, 5, or 10 gems. So keep that in mind too. So that's another way to do it. Simply by dueling, you can get it. So that's another way that you can get it. And last but not least, there are things such as like login bonuses where they say, hey, for like X number of days, you're getting 100 gems every day. Like they just did that right before the GX launch. And then when GX launched, they gave out like 2,000 gems or whatever, depending on how long you played. So keep that in mind too. They do spontaneous stuff like that. I just said do. They do spontaneous stuff like that and randomly give out gems that way, or hold different login events or bonuses or things of that nature simply for playing and logging into the game. So it kind of incentivizes you to keep logging in. And they do have other events like Duelathon, where you duel a certain number of times a day. You can get gems, 20, 30 gems, and a lot of different ways to acquire gems in this game. And last but not least, the most easiest way to get gems, because you literally have to do nothing. It's like maybe once a month at this point, maybe twice a month, depending on how quickly they release boxes. But every time a new box gets added to the card shop, they do give every player 500 gems, which is basically a free 10-pack opening. So keep that in mind as well. So those are all of the ways. Hopefully this time I didn't forget anything. I tried to make sure that I got all the information. And like I said, I'm trying to get better at producing content for this channel. So let's go ahead and leave a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed it. Leave a dislike if you didn't like it. That's fine. Mainly this information was for people that simply didn't know it. A lot of the new players, I know a lot of new people have gotten into the game recently, like a lot of new people. So I'm sorry if you're a veteran player, been playing for a while, because I've been playing for like since release, and you know, this isn't really information I particularly needed, or like other people maybe that have been playing for a long time didn't need either. So have an awesome day. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. Take it easy, guys.